Myself, Professor Sekadakur College, New Panvel, Autonomous. I'm going to take question number 5 from your workbook on consignment. Let us get question first. On 1st January 2021, Bacha Limited of Kolhapur consigned 500 bicycle costing rupees 300 each to Das and Company. Okay, Das of Manasarovar. But the pro forma invoice was made out at rupees 400 each. So here 500 bicycle sent. What is the cost price? Cost price is 300 rupees each. And pro forma invoice is 400. So 300 is a cost price and 400 is nothing but the pro forma invoice. Difference between pro forma invoice and cost price is nothing but the load price. So that we have to record. The company incurred rupees 10,000 on freight and insurance, etc. Company received a bank draft for rupees 50,000 from Das as an advance. Das allowed for freight and insurance was allowed a commission of 10% on sales. So consignee commission is 10% on total sales, that you know. Go down rate 3,000, advertisement rupees 2,000. Das sent an account sales showing 450 cycles had been sold out for rupees 500 each. So here 500 bicycle sent, out of that 450 bicycle sold. So what is the closing stock? 50. 50 bicycles is in closing stock. The account sales was accompanied by a bank draft. Assume the company closes its books on 31st December and passes entries in the books at pro forma invoice price and value the stock at cost price proportionate expenses of consignor only. Prepare. Now what we have to prepare? We have to prepare consignment account in the books of company and company's account in the books of Das. That means in the books of consignor, we have to open consignment account only. And in the books of consignee, consignor's account. Let us see that, how to open that. So, start. In the books of consignor, what is the name of the consignor? So write down in the books of Bacha Limited. Consignment account. See what they have asked you, you have to prepare that much only. So this is consignment account in the books of consignor. Who is the consignor? Bacha Limited. And they have asked you to open a consignor account in the books of consignee. Who is the consignee? Das. So in the books of Das, you have to open Bacha Limited. Bacha Limited account. That means you have to see from both from consignee as well as consignor's angle, and we have to write a journal entry. Here we have not opened account in the books of consignor, but in rough you can open, because this account, Bacha Limited account, is exactly opposite of Das Limited account. Okay, so you can open that, but don't create confusion. Let us first, we will do this consignment. Chalo, we'll start. On 1st January 2021, Bacha Limited of Kolhapur consigned 500 bicycle costing rupees 300 each to Das of Mansarovar, but the pro forma invoice was made at 400. Remember, whenever the goods sent at pro forma invoice or invoice price, you have to record that goods at invoice price only. And immediately, whatever the loading price is there, you have to record on the credit side. Chalo. So 500 multiplied by 400. So write down here two goods sent on consignment at IP price. IP price. What is the IP price? IP price is nothing but 400. So 400 multiplied by 500. How much? 2 lakh. So we will write here 2 lakh. Here working note also you can write. Working note is IP is equal to cost plus load. Okay, IP is equal to cost plus load. IP given 400, cost is 300, load is 100. So now we have to record for the load on credit side by goods sent on consignment. How much goods sent on consignment? 500. 500 multiplied by 100. So this is 500 multiplied by 100. How much it's to? 50,000. So this 2 lakh minus 50,000, automatically that goods will be on cost. What is the cost price? 300. So 300 multiplied by 500. 1 lakh 50,000. So 2 lakh minus 50,000 is 1 lakh 50,000. Next now. The company means consignor incurred 10,000 rupees for freight, insurance, etc. So first of all, we will write to cash or bank. Whenever consignor's expenses, you have to write through cash or bank only. Freight and insurance. Freight and insurance. How much? 10,000. So 10,000 is given. So we will write 10,000. Okay. Chalo. Now, next one. Company received a bank draft for rupees 50,000. Company received a bank draft for rupees 50,000 from whom? From Das. Okay. So what, first of all, try to understand what is the journal entry. Journal entry is nothing but cash or bank account debit to Das, consignee, right? Cash or bank to consignee. Consignee means who is the Das. But we have not opened that Das ka account. We have not opened even cash or bank account. Okay, but the same entry that Das will record in his books of account, that he has given that money to whom? Bacha. So Bacha account debit to cash or bank. So here write down to cash or bank. How much money given? Advance money 50,000. Suppose if I open that the Das account over here, so here I have to write what? By cash or bank 50,000. But this account is not asked. So we are not open this account. This account, Das account is in the books of what? Bacha Limited. Bacha Limited is what? Consigner. Okay. Chalo. Next now. 50,000 as an advance. Das was allowed a commission on 10% on sales. This commission we will write later on. This 10% on sales we will take later on. Now, consignee incurred certain expenses. What are the expenses? Go down rent and advertisement 2000. So let us record that. Consignment account debit to Das. What is that expenses? Go down rent. Go down rent. How much go down rent? 3000. And advertisement. How much advertisement? 2000. If I open that Das Limited, so Das, here yeah, I have to write that by consignment, total 5000. Same here, Bacha Limited, we have to record debit side because Bacha becomes a debtor for Das to cash or bank. How much? 3000 first, to cash or bank 2000. Because Das has to receive from Bacha. Das has incurred their expenses, cash or bank. But that cash he has to receive from whom? Bacha. So that's why Bacha Limited is debited over here in the books of Das. This book is a consignee book. Remember, this is consignee book. Here, this is the consignee book. And this is consigner book. This is consigner book. Remember. Okay. Next. Go down. Now here, Das sent an account sales showing 450 cycle were been sold. Okay, 450 bicycles had been sold for rupees 500 each. So here sales you have to record on credit side. Who has sold? Bacha, Das. So by Das limit, how many bicycle? 450 multiplied by 500 each. 2,25,000. Very good. 2,25,000. So Das Limited here to consignment 2,25,000. And here credit side by sales 2,25,000. Okay, next. The account sales was accompanied by the bank draft. Okay, so bank draft they have said. Now here that is not the end of the solution. Now what is remaining? Commission. Commission is 10%. Here 10% on total sales. So let us write that commission consignment account debit to whom we have to give? To Das. 10%. 10% on 2,25,000. How much? 22,500. 22,500. So here 22,500 we have to give it to the Das. So here by consignment 22,500 and here Bacha Limited made to commission 22,500 because from Bacha Limited, Das Limited has to receive that 22,500, so debtor. Okay. Now, one very important part left out, and that is nothing but the closing stock. So let us value the closing stock. That valuation closing stock is also very simple. Here, valuation of closing stock. Let us start valuation of closing stock. Number one, cost or IP price. Now here IP price, we have to take at IP price, not cost price, but IP price. So IP price of the stock, IP of closing stock. What is the IP price given? 400. Multiply by how many bicycle? 50. So 400 multiplied by 50. 20,000. Right? So here 20,000. Add consignor expenses. Proportionate. Huh? What do you mean by proportionate? How many bicycles sent? 500. So for 500, total consignor expenses. How much total consignor expenses? Consignor expenses 10,000. So for 500, it is 10,000. So for 50, how much? So 50 multiplied by 10,000 divided by 500. How much? 1,000. Consignee expenses, you don't have to take consignee expenses, only consignor expenses. Why? Because consignee expenses include, don't take that go down rate because it is a fixed expenses. Then advertisement expenses, no. So here total closing stock becomes 21,000. And in the 21,000 stock reserve, how many closing stock is 50 multiplied by load price is 100. So 50 multiplied by 100, 5,000. 5,000 is nothing but the stock reserve included, loading price. Because this price 21,000 is at IP price. So here write down by consignment stock. How much consignment stock? 21,000. So consignment stock is 21,000. But stock reserve you have to write on the debit side. Stock reserve. How much stock reserve is there? Stock reserve 5,000. So here 5,000. Finish. You have to close now. Close and find out how much profit or loss incurred. So here 2 lakh 96,000. 2 lakh 96,000. How much profit? 2 lakh 96,000 minus 2 lakh 96,000 minus 10,000 86, 83, 81 minus 22,500 minus 5,000. How much? 53,500. So 53,500 is the total profit earned by Bacha Limited. Now your Bacha Limited we have to close and find out how much balance is there, and that much balance we have to remit. We means Das. 2,25,000. How much? 2,25,000 balance to cash or bank. We have given to Bacha Limited account debit to cash or bank. How much balance is there? Find out the balance. 1,47,500. Here also 1,47,500, 2,25,000, 2,25,000, and that is the end of solution. I hope all of you have followed this very simple and straightforward problem. Thank you.